Hello and welcome to the Be Bold Academy. This is week 4, lesson 1. And today we are going to be talking about working your business in a power hour. My name is Amanda Catherine Roman. I am a diamond level coach with Beachbody, and I live here in central New Jersey with my awesome family. My husband Dave is also a Beachbody coach. We run this business as a family business together. And we have 4 little ones, 5, just about 4 and 5 months old. So they keep us on our toes. And in addition to Beachbody coaching, I also do a number of other coaching folks in a variety of areas to help them become high performers and achieve their goals. So we are very excited that you are here with us today. And I want to throw it over to my partner here, Lisa P.
Yeah, so my name is Lisa Pizik. I am here in Ancaster, Ontario, Canada, and I'm also a diamond level coach. And my husband, Eric, we've been married for 8 years. He also runs this business with me. We also do it as a family business. Don't worry, that's not a requirement. It doesn't have to be a family business, but that just happens to work in both our lives, and that's amazing. Also a mom. I only have one little one right now. He's 2 years old, Oliver, and he definitely keeps us on our toes as a crazy toddler. And in addition to being a coach, I am also a registered nurse. I'm a nurse educator. I am a fitness business owner and a trainer and nutritionist. And it's got a lot on the go. So nurse, wife, mom, we're going to talk about all those roles in this lesson. But really happy to be doing this. And also I'm very excited that you are here checking us out.
Yeah, so as Lisa mentioned, I think one of the coolest things about Team Beachbody and particularly the community that we have within the Bold Brigade is that we have folks from all different walks of life. And it really makes for a lot of fun and a lot of learning opportunities to really learn from each other's experiences. So we're super glad you're here, checking it out, learning a little bit more about how to be productive with your business. And so Lisa, I wanted to ask, we talk a lot in this business about a power hour, and was hoping that you could explain a little bit about what that means, what that looks like, some ways that folks can really set that up for their businesses to be successful.
So breaking down the power hour. So yes, it is an hour. And I will be 100% honest and say that when I first started this business, I did not actually have an hour. I was a new mom. I had a 4-month-old. I was working my business, Lisa P's Quick Fitness. I was teaching classes. I have an online platform as well to my business. So I was doing a bunch of stuff online, and I was incredibly sleep deprived being a new mom. So it's like sometimes you had to weigh out sleep or business, and sometimes sleep won, right? Because if you don't take care of yourself, you're no good to anybody else, right? So, but the goal though is to carve out time for an hour. And to be honest, the more time that I did put in, the more return I did see on my investment. But don't get so caught up on the time. What we really want you to focus on in this power hour is doing the right things. It's more about quality than it is quantity. So don't get so stuck on that hour, but we're going to frame it in an hour just so you use that as a general guide. So I think the first thing you have to do is you got to figure out when is going to be your power hour. Where are you going to work that in your day? And something I like to do to make sure that it's always a non-negotiable is a little trick that Brendon Burchard taught. I love that guy, called the habit hook. So basically it's like a foolproof way to make sure that you're hooking something on that you're already doing. So like for instance, my workout was always a habit hook. The very first nap that my son would take in the morning, as soon as I would get him down to nap, come hell or high water, or heck or high water, I was good getting in the studio and I was getting workout in. I always hooked that on there. That was like a mental trigger. So if you can do the same for your power hour, hook that on to something. So for me, I mostly do my power hour in the morning because I have so many roles in life that by the time the household gets up and gets going and normal business working hours come along, somebody's going to always need me, and there's going to be a lot of competing demands. So that might look different for everyone, but for me, it's like wake up, set some intention for what I want to achieve in the day, go down, grab a cup of coffee, and then boom, I'm like doing my power hour. That's like one of the very first things that I do. So can you hook that on somewhere, with dropping the kids off to school and you come home and do it, or first thing in the morning, you do it when your feet hit that ground, you go and do it, whatever that is to you. Set a consistent time every single day. Write it in your planner as a non-negotiable thing. Because if you do leave it up to chance, we know with anything in life, it's not going to happen. Something else is going to grab your attention and pull it away. So set your power hour. Secondly, I really think that 20% of your time should be spent kind of in planning and contemplation. And then 80% of your time should be action, going, doing. And we're going to break down exactly what that means. So when you're doing your 20%, it's what's going to make you the most productive, not those little tasky to-do items, like posting in your challenge groups, putting up a social media post. Those are things that are super important that will move your business forward. And there needs to be some planning around that. So maybe that's what you're planning. All that stuff we talked about in those earlier lessons. Who's your tribe? What's your avatar? What's your message going to be? And then the actual action is spent more in creating it and putting it up there and posting it. And as we said, you've got to be a constant sight in front of people for them to align with you and to know what you're doing and to what you stand for and trust you and all that relationship building. So in your power hour, you must at least get up 1 post a day. We always get told to put up 3 posts a day is kind of like, if you can. But I'm going to say again, if you're one of those people that is really short on time, just make sure you're being consistent with 1 really good, well thought out to your avatar, to your tribe post a day. If you can post a second and third one just kind of casually about, life or about your hobbies or about whatever, that's fine. But get up 1 really good, heartfelt, meaningful post. That's something you definitely want to do in your power hour. Second, you want to invite. That is like the meat of everything. Invite. A lot of people aren't just going to come out of the woodworks and ask you what you're doing because they might be nervous or scared or don't want to look stupid or just timid and shy, right? So you've got to actually not be afraid to reach out to people and invite them to this coaching opportunity, invite them to a challenge group. Again, tell them how it's impacting your life and you're inviting them along in the process. So some things you can do is what I was doing for a long time was actually looking at my friends list and I was picking out 3 people a day. So again, we say invite, like, okay, well, what does that mean? And again, you'll find what speaks best to you. But what I do in my business is I pick 3 people to have a really good, just starting the conversation. Looking on there, I do a little bit of research. I look on their Facebook wall, maybe 30 seconds, look at the last picture they post, a place they just were, something about their kids. And I always open the conversation with that. Hey, saw your picture of, your family dinner that looked delicious. Can you share the recipe? Or saw that so-and-so had a hockey game. Did they win? Did they lose? That must make you so proud being a mom watching your kid play hockey, right? I always open with something that is truly heartfelt and meaningful. But I pick at least 3 people a day that I just started a conversation with and see where that conversation goes. Again, the planning though, I already have in the back of my mind what's going to be their pain point, what's a need they might, how can Beachbody fix a problem or fill a need in their life? And I aim for quality over quantity. And if I start chatting with one person and the conversation goes really well, then I just I count that as a success if I've only talked to one person. So I really want to change your thinking into quality over quantity. So the posting, the inviting, the reaching out, and then I really think it's important that we, if you do have existing challengers, your existing group, existing customers, we can't forget about them. Because those people are really the heart of our business. Without them, we got nothing. So I always make sure that I reach out to my current existing customers. How's it going? How are you doing? Are you having any challenges? What are your successes? You can grab some testimonials. You can ask people for testimonials in those successes. And that's all of that stuff where, you're just grabbing that information for that 20% of contemplation and how you're going to put together that testimonial post. But really, it's in the action. Don't just sit for an hour and think about things. Sit, pick out 1 or 2 things that are going to move your business forward that day. Who do you need to reach out to? Who do you need to talk to? What are you inviting to and who are you going to invite? I think those are the most, don't just do busy work to do busy work. Really laser focus in that power hour. Who you're going to reach out to, what you're going to reach out about, and what that's going to look like. So if nothing else that you take from this, go ahead and take some action. And it's important because this business, even fitness in general, is very seasonal. Sometimes we do have these ups and downs. It's very hot in January. It's a hot business then. Sometimes in the summertime, it loops down, or March break, it loops down, or different times of the year. But it's really important that, again, when you have that power hour, you are in control. You are being consistent. You can't control what other people do and how they do it. You can only control what energy, what actions, what intentions, kind of what you bring to the table day in and day out. So be consistent with that. Depending on, it might look different to everyone. You might want to hook, 5-10 minutes of personal development in there. You may hook, if you're really pressed for time, you may hook a 20-minute workout or a half-hour workout, and then a half hour of action in there. So it really speaks in your power hour to whatever you need. Mm-hmm. If you don't take care of yourself, if you're missing your workout, your personal development, your everything, you've got to take care of that first, because we've got to be a product of the product, and we got to take care of ourselves. It's like they say, you can't pour from an empty cup. Yeah. So maybe in the beginning, your power hour is all about you. And then once you get yourself in a routine and an action, then you take that hour to start reaching out to everyone else. So might look different for everyone, but those are the things that I really want to stress that's important. And the last piece I want to leave you with is that I was told, I read this somewhere, and it's like, it hit me. You have 15 seconds when a thought comes into your brain to act on it. If you don't act on it, it just gets thrown out there in limbo, and you never actually do anything. So it's like, if you see that you really want, if someone writes something on Facebook about, I'm feeling really sluggish and overweight and I need help and I'm frustrated, maybe you're in the middle of something and you can't reach out to them at that moment. Take the action, though, to write yourself a note and be like, gonna follow up with Amanda tomorrow in my power hour because she said she feels like crap.
Yeah.
That's somebody that I want to, if you have the time to reach out, do it. But if you're like, oh, I should reach out to Amanda. Oh my God, the phone's ringing. And then you forgot about it. You're probably never going to remember to go back and talk to Amanda.
Yeah.
So you got 15 seconds, or you want to create an amazing post, something that came into your mind. You're like, my tribe would like this. My avatar would like this. I should share it. Even if you don't have time to craft that post, write it down. Put it in your planner, put it on, your piece of paper that you work your power hour from, so that you remember to go back to it and do it. Because we have great ideas, but if we never take the action, they're just ideas. So that's a little bit about what my power hour looks like. I do my workout at a different time. I do my PD at a different time. I spend that pure hour inviting, reaching out, having conversations, talking to people, busting down objections. That's like my power hour is like action for me. It's a lot of action. I do my contemplation at different times. So that's kind of what my power hour looks like.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that, Lisa. I think those are some really good tips and really, valuable suggestions on ways and recommendations really on ways to be effective so that you can keep moving your business forward. And I think one thing I just wanted to underline is that we all do have different experiences, and we are all in different places in our journey. So I also know, for me, my power hour has changed a little bit, over time. So that's important to keep in mind as well. Lisa pointed out, if you need to work on yourself right now and the focus needs to be there, like, that's okay. Give yourself the grace and the ability to do what you need to do to be a healthier, happier person, so that you can help other people be healthier and happier. So it might change a little bit from time to time. But I think the bottom line is what Lisa was stressing is really important, is acting. So whether that action is benefiting you first and foremost, or benefiting the people you're working with, or the prospective people you're going to work with, as long as you are acting in that time frame, you're going to be moving your business forward. So I think those were really great tips. And if you have questions or comments or things that you want to share about maybe the type of power hour that you are working that's helping you move your business forward, use the hashtag #BuildingABoldBusiness, and we would love to stay in touch with you in the social media world as well. So thanks so much, and we will see you at the next lesson.
Yay.
Bye.